Hello friends, welcome to Conversations with Deepak. Of all the categories of home improvement products that you might be dealing in as influencers or channel partners or buyers, most of the categories are given to change or remodeling every 5 to 6 years. The end users or the customers are inclined to bring about a change in their homes. So be it the wall coverings or furniture or home textiles, modular furniture, bathroom fittings, even the hardware gets to be changed. But there's one category that somehow does not get the same treatment, and that's flooring. For some reason, there's a stickiness to the floor. Once the floor is installed, it's considered good till it's damaged. So what's the reason why customers don't change or are unable to change the flooring as frequently as they would other products? What are the dynamics behind the selection of the floor and the installation of the floor? These are some questions that we'll be discussing today. And to answer these questions, and also to explain how the flooring business is being redefined, I have with me Mukesh Savlani, the CEO at Welspun Flooring. Welspun Flooring is a part of Welspun Group, which is considered one of the largest manufacturers and suppliers of home textiles across the globe. And Welspun Flooring is a new initiative of the group. And Mukesh, who's a careerist at Welspun, has been charged with bringing success to this initiative. Mukesh has been with Welspun for nearly 2 decades, ever since he graduated in textiles engineering. And over these years, he has handled a gamut of assignments, including sales and marketing and product innovation and global market development. So it's indeed my pleasure to welcome Mukesh Savlani to Conversations with Deepak. Hello, Mukesh. Welcome to Conversations.
Hi, Deepak. Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity. And hello to all the audiences. Thanks for taking time out and being here. Thank you, everyone. And I hope everyone is okay. No COVID issues. Everybody is safe, healthy, and fine. All the families are okay. Thank you.
And how are you doing?
All good, Deepak. All good. After lockdown, being able to get out and being able to breathe the fresh air out of your home. So things are wonderful here.
So I understand that you are basically a Bombay person who has moved to Hyderabad, and you've liked the city so much that you've listed it at the top of all the cities that you visited across the world. So how's that? Well, that's a huge endorsement.
Absolutely. So I've been in my previous career, I've traveled to almost all the top cities in the world, right? In US, in UK, Europe, China, except Russia. I've been to every part of the world, I would say. And after shifting here in Hyderabad, somehow I felt like Hyderabad doesn't do justice when it comes to marketing the city, even to Indians. Before stepping here in Hyderabad, I thought Hyderabad had a very different view of Hyderabad. It's almost like a Rajasthan of South, with hot sun and very very hot weather. But on contrary, it's a fabulous weather. I couldn't have bargained for much better weather anywhere else in the country, along with the lifestyle choices that we get in Hyderabad, and absolutely no traffic. At least in the part that where I stay, Hyderabad has its own problem from the traffic point of view, but at least the part where I belong to, so no traffic, wonderful weather, wonderful people, cosmopolitan. So it's one part that I've liked a lot about Hyderabad.
So that's quite a lot to say about Hyderabad.
What can I say? It's a favorite one now, Deepak.
So coming to our topic of the flooring industry. So if we were to look at the total flooring industry, how do you think this industry is growing in terms of innovation and technology? I mean, if we look at the entire flooring sector per se.
So I believe the last real innovation happened in flooring industry when we moved from stone like marble, granite to vitrified tiles, or for that matter, tiles. That is when we, before marble and granite and getting those slabs into your home, installing them, polishing them. It was almost a 40 to 45 day timeline, depending on the contractor that you have. So from there on, we have come to tiles, which tiles again are trying to go back to the slab sizes. That's a different story. But I would say that was the last bit of innovation that happened, wherein now from 45 days of time for laying marbles and granite, it has gone down to about 2 weeks. Again, depends a lot on contractor. A good contractor would do the job, a decent job in 2 weeks. And the thing is, you can't stay while it's happening in your home.
Right.
If there are other things have happened, there's glazed vitrified tiles and look and feel that things have changed, and now we have slip resistance and things like that. But from a convenience point of view, I believe the last innovation that happened was shifting from marble and granite to man-made tiles. Things otherwise are same. There's few innovations have happened. So we have seen wooden flooring coming in. We have seen vinyl flooring coming in. We have seen softer carpet flooring coming in. But per se, hardcore residential flooring, we haven't seen an innovation for a long time. All that is happening is people are trying to make sure they imitate marble to the max possible and make the tile look like a marble or make the tile look like a granite. So that's about it. That's where the entire story resides for last 15-20 years.
But if we were to look at the demand of flooring, where is the demand coming from? Is it from new construction and large construction, or from remodeling?
That's an interesting one, and I would compare it to other categories in building material or home decor per se. So if you look at Indians, spend on an average, an Indian citizen would spend about 7 years in one home. And people would change homes after 7 years, either because of the way I came in from Bombay to Hyderabad. Either people get married, shift to other city, or for some other reason there's a displacement, and an average displacement for India in middle and upper middle class is about 7 years. In that period, when people want to refresh their homes, when they come into a new home, they refresh almost everything, right from paint or wallpaper nowadays, more so, curtains, upholstery fabrics, furniture, and things have moved a lot in these categories. So before we used to have a carpenter trying to carpenter building a furniture for us sitting in our home, and the process used to take 1 month, 2 months, depending on what kind of work you are trying to get done. And in my case, it actually took 6 months. So that's a whole another story. Same thing with curtains. Again, people used to get fabric from outside market, get it stitched to their sizes and things like that. But now things have changed. You can buy a furniture at a click of a button, or you can buy a furniture going into a store and buy it for you. You decide today and you have it tomorrow. So that has happened almost in every building material other than flooring. It has happened if you want to change the color of a wall. Yes, painting takes time, but you can have a wallpaper. Again, you can decide today, you can have it tomorrow. There are other issues with wallpaper that are bothering people, which is why India hasn't been a big adopter of, particularly the leakage issues. But in commercial spaces, wallpaper has taken over paint already, or wall tiles for that matter have taken over paint because of these leakage issues. Furniture, again, like I mentioned, so it's completely transition. Now you don't see carpenters sitting in homes or in offices trying to do the furniture. You don't see doors getting done that way. Everything is ready-made right from the facade to door. Things have become wherein you choose something and you can have it tomorrow. Unfortunately, that thing hasn't transitioned in flooring yet. Once you are able to decide, uh, the first thing that bothers you, you want to go for the safest possible option because you are going to be with it for a long time. Particularly because it's difficult to change flooring today, as we know it, and which is one of the reasons why flooring market in India 90% comes from new construction and only 10% comes from renovation. These 10% people are so brave that they are renovating while being in their home and facing the issues of dust, water, cement, sand. I don't know what all in their home, noise, all of that. So unless you're that desperate, you wouldn't change flooring.
So that would mean that if 90% of flooring demand is coming from new construction, and new construction today is not in the pink of health. So that means the entire flooring industry must be struggling.
So see, things are picking up. I wouldn't say entire flooring industry is struggling. I hope this situation is no good for anybody, and I do not wish this situation upon anyone, be it competition, be it friends, be it enemies. It's one of the worst things that can happen to humanity. But the fact that you do not want to have strangers in your home, let alone be it for 15, 20 days, it's not going to happen. And new construction, like you rightly said, it's everything is going on hold. So it will be tough for next couple of months. Hopefully it revives sooner, but I don't think we will see a pickup before end of this year.
But if we now look at the customer's point of view, when a customer needs to buy a floor, what is the customer's objective? What is the customer looking for? Is the customer looking for functionality or looks, aesthetics, or is cost the criteria, or convenience? There are many things. So in your experience, what's the primary concern with the customer?
It's a contextual thing, Deepak. So different customers want different things. Different situation demands are different. In uh, in today's time, customers are most concerned about health and hygiene. So that's a top priority feature that they are considering. If anything, literally anything will compromise on health and hygiene of people saying they will not go for it. So that's period. And the other piece, yes, people are losing jobs. People don't have enough business to conduct out there because this economy is virtually still on a standstill. Yes, there are some green shoots as far as demand is concerned, particularly in rural India. But tier 1, tier 2 cities, which is where the most demand comes from, is virtually standstill. So cost is a major issue. Costing, yes, it is definitely an issue. Health and hygiene is an issue. And quite a few people for whom cost is not an issue, they have enough in their pocket, so they can go ahead and renovate. A lot of people are spending a lot more time in their homes, way more than we are used to. Unlike you have office and home in the same building. There are very few lucky ones like you, but people like us have spent almost 3 to 4 months in home, 24 hours, which hasn't happened honestly all these days. And that's when you start to ponder if you want to refresh, if you want to excite yourself, excite people staying in the home. People are changing furniture. People are looking at what they are bringing showpieces. So that thing has already started happening. There are no solutions, unfortunately, available from a functional point of view as of today, but soon will be available in the market, which I'll come forth during this hour.
If we look at the the business of flooring or the marketing of flooring, what are the key elements in this business when it comes to marketing the floor, talking to the customer, giving customer a good experience, helping the customer to make the right decision? What is the process? What is the ideal process? Let's put aside COVID for the time being. We hope this is a temporary bump.
Sure. So the ideal process, Deepak, for that matter, any product, I would say, is first there's a need that hits the consumer's mind. Either they look, yes, I want to change something. Like flooring, people don't dare to change, other than the 10% population in India. People don't dare to change flooring, but for the 10%, when there's a need, either it is broken, they want to change it, or they want to change the look of it, or they are remodeling the entire house, and hence it is a good opportunity to do the flooring, because otherwise it will be difficult to change flooring by itself. From there on, the process of exploration starts with friends and families, with architects. There are website searches, and before they land on a particular flooring design, they land on what exactly they want to do with their home and with the renovated looks. Visit to the store, or rather multiple visit to the store. Once they decide on a particular flooring, as of today, they are either there's a dealer who comes to rescue when it comes to installation, or they are on themselves to find a good contractor who change the flooring. Then there's whole calculation involved with the contractor: how much cement will be required, how much adhesives will be required, how much water, sand, and things like that will be required, how much time will be required. And then nowadays, if you are in a multi-story apartment, there's a negotiation with the secretary of the building involved, wherein I want to get this work done, so there will be some noise during the afternoon, and things like that. There are issues if you have a nosy neighbor, that becomes an issue. So although smaller things when we look at business, but for consumers these are very big issues, particularly that starts after the purchase. It's a huge issue. I've met people people have started with a 40 rupees tile, but by the time the tile landed and they got it installed, it has costed him about 200 rupees a square feet. So depending on contractor, what is charging, what floor their flat is on, and things like that. So it's a cumbersome one. Which is where I meant to say that the last good innovation in flooring happened about 20-30 years ago, wherein we shifted from marble to tiles. I believe it is time to relook at not only the product but the entire process from a consumer's point of view, not from a business point of view.
So when you say relook, what are you doing to bring customers or to give customers a relook of this entire high involvement process?
So Deepak, first and foremost, we are very mindful. Very mindful of consumers' efforts, consumers' time, and consumers' surprises that they get after the fact that they've made a decision and when they get the final bill in their hand. So altogether concerned, along with now very particular about health and hygiene. So we have taken a look at entire buying process on how the purchase is happening in flooring industry versus how the purchase process and the product both have evolved in allied categories like furniture. So today you can actually go to IKEA.com, pick a chair and see how it looks in your own home environment before making that purchase. Whether that chair goes along with your other furniture, whether that chair goes along with your flooring, with curtains and things like that. You can either place an order on IKEA.com or go to the store. It's absolutely fun visiting the store for people who are from Hyderabad. It's fun visiting to the store. It is not work per se. So that's what I feel when people go for when they decide on flooring. It is almost like, oh God, abhi flooring karna hai. it feels like a lot of work rather than when otherwise you are trying to buy a furniture or for that matter piece of garments. So we looked at the entire process and we are able to, I would touch wood, we have been able to deliver that process almost 90% of it along with the product to a point wherein if customers can think of flooring today, they will have it tomorrow or day after in their home installed without disrupting their life.
Okay.
And to a point, they wouldn't have to even move out of the home. So essentially what we have been able to do, there are a few things that we have been able to take care of. First and foremost, Welspun Flooring gives a commitment of installation of flooring in less than a day. And it is a quick and hassle-free. When I say hassle-free, it is absolutely hassle-free. There's no cement involved, no sand involved, no adhesive or no water involved. It's all you have to do is sit tight in your home. If you want to go for a movie, you can go out for a movie and we can do the room by the time you come back from a movie. So commitment is we do the flooring less than a day. And we have been able to do this with a very special technology wherein we are able to reduce the thickness of a tile to 4 mm without losing on strength. In fact, impact strength of our flooring is multiple times higher compared to vitrified tiles that we get in the market today. Particularly because most of the glaze and vitrified tile have a glass layer on top, and glass layer, as we all know, it is brittle. Wherein in our flooring, there's no brittleness and much higher strength, even though we have been able to reduce the thickness to almost 4 mm. And with that kind of thickness, it allows us to lay the flooring on your existing floor without losing any headroom in your home. And we have been able to also make sure these tiles stick to each other and they do not stick to your floor. They remain on the floor because of the gravity. There's enough weight in tile to hold them onto the floor, and there's no cement, sand, or adhesive involved in any of it. And since tiles stick to each other, they are practically seamless. So if you pick one of our marble tiles, you feel like although the tile size would be 12 by 24 or 18 by 36, you feel like the entire room has one marble slab. So that was another issue when we transitioned from marble to vitrified tiles. Industry couldn't take care of seamlessness the way we had it in marble. There's always some grouting space left, and over a period of time, it becomes an eyesore because of dust accumulation and issues with it. It blackens over a period of time and sort of spoils the entire look of your home. So we don't have those issues because tiles are sticking to each other, so they are absolutely seamless and feel like when two pieces join, they feel like one big piece. So that's another advantage that comes with the technology. And on top of it, a single person can carry a box of tile without an issue because of the thinness of the tile. It's almost like you carrying a shopping bag with slightly bigger piece in it. So end to end, we have looked at consumers, issues that they have been facing, and try and make sure we are able to resolve each and every issue while able to do that. Now, the combination of less weight, no involvement of cement and sand and whatnot. The best benefit consumers get is one is able to personalize the look and feel of the floor. Today, if you go to an apartment building, you will see different homes having different upholstery, different curtains. People try to exhibit their personality through their home decor, but nobody touches flooring because again, it's the same flooring provided by the builder on every floor. And even when you're doing a house, you try and go with the safest possible color. So tomorrow, if you're changing upholstery, you don't have to change floor. So you pick the color.
Yes, base colors.
Base colors like white and neutrals and ivories and light grays. And honestly, there's no other choice. Yes, if you want to experiment, you want to make sure either your next round of renovation is according to the flooring, or flooring is such that it can live with any kind of decor. So with this, since we are able to lay the floor in one day, we are able to also take your floor out in one day and change it with a new one. So you can not worry about what will happen when you change when there's time to change the floor. It's a job of one single day. So you can once that worry is out of your mind, you can literally have express your personality not only through curtains and upholsteries and furniture, but also through flooring, which is what we see in hotels, in resorts. Flooring in these places are very different compared to what we see in our homes, and we can absolutely have luxury, and we can have the colors that are in trend rather than sticking with the colors that are safe. And the best part is we have been able to design the process. You can go on our website, design your own floor. You can either let the software design the floor, or you can design your own floor. You can send that image of a flooring, and it will typically show you a living room or a kitchen or a room that you want to choose. Once you are able to design your own floor, you can mix and match different colors, different tiles. You can send that picture to your spouse, your friends, your architect, ask for opinion. And software will also tell you how many tiles are required for you to execute the floor. All you have to do is enter the measurements of your house, and that's about it. Rest of the work will be done by the software itself. If you want to see how this particular flooring will look like in my home, that facility is also available, wherein you can take a floor, or you can point a camera into a particular direction in your room and keep changing, swipe the floors and pick the one that looks best with your current decor.
Oh, so you're using the augmented reality tools.
Reality tools as well. So that also will be in place very soon. Essentially, what we are trying to do is we are trying to make sure, unless you want to, you don't have to leave the home comfort of your home, and give you these similar experience that Amazons of the world give you, in order to make up your mind, make up your decision. And very soon, in fact, we'll be launching. If you don't like the flooring, no questions asked. We'll take it back without any cost to you in 15 days.
Oh, that's interesting.
Another offer that we are releasing very soon in 2 cities, in Hyderabad and Bangalore. Essentially, again, we are able to do all of this because we can change the floor in no time. So it's the product innovation that is enabling us the business model innovation itself. So that's how we are looking at flooring, and that's how we are doing our bit in order to disrupt the flooring market and bring convenience to our consumers.
That's wonderful. In fact, you actually overturned, if this is being implemented successfully, you overturned the way in which the product is being sold, the product is being installed, used, reworked, I mean, absolutely everything. If you are willing to offer a no questions asked money back guarantee, this is going to be another first.
Another first, and the other first that we have is you will not have to bother about finding an installer. So company itself will come and install the flooring in your home. So that's we are literally looking at making sure consumers don't have to do anything other than choose a floor for them. So we want to make sure they invest their time and energy in choosing a right floor, and rest will be taken care by the company, either through software or through our own people.
So when you say stone polymer composite tiles, what does this mean? What is stone polymer composite?
So if you look at regular tiles today, regular tiles are made of a particular clay with a print on top and a glass layer on top of it. In the simplest form, if somebody technical will come in and be able to talk about it for more than a day, but in a simplest form, it's a clay with a print on top and a glass layer on top. What we do, and which is why a clay, it's heavy. It's literally earth that you are having in your hand with a finish on top. What we have been able to do is we have been able to combine polymer along with stone powder. So polymer acts as a binder in order to hold that stone powder together. In the process, we are able to make the tile thinner. We are able to mold the locks on the edges of the tile so they can stick to each other. And with the polymer comes the extra strength and comes the flexibility, which otherwise vitrified tiles are very brittle compared to. So it's essentially a composite material. What I mean by composite is when you combine two different materials into one and have the strengths of the both material into the product.
What about the composition? You said it's a polymer. How safe is it? How environment friendly is it? What about the the health issues that come out due to volatile organic compounds that are used for making these polymer products?
The polymer used in this tile is absolutely the same polymer that we use in everyday objects. It's a polyvinyl chloride polymer that is used in plastics. It's a regular plastic. It's mugs that you have, or jugs that you have, or frames that you have. A lot of fans use that material. So it's a regular polymer that is used. The speciality is how we fuse it with stone to create that flexible tile. And this particular product that we have is 100% recyclable. And the product that we ship to consumers already has about 15% recycled content in it.
By recyclable 100%, you mean that if it comes back to you, you'll use all of it?
I will use all of it and convert it into a new flooring. Nothing will go to landfill, nothing will go to waste. Absolutely nothing.
What are the sizes of the tiles?
Sizes, like I said, these are seamless tiles. Sizes do not matter. The way you've designed the entire size is a person should be able to carry it in his or her hands. We don't want people to carry a 4 feet by 8 feet slab and try and bargain for lift timings and elevator timings with the secretaries of the building. And now new buildings have this specific elevator for goods and cargoes, but old buildings don't have those choices. So I've seen people trying to get those tiles through the stairs. So we have designed our sizes from a convenience point of view. So once you join them on the floor, they become seamless. So the tile sizes that we have are 12 by 24 inches, 18 by 36 for stone, and 7 by 48 inches, 7 inches by 48 inches, 6 inches by 36 inches for wooden textures. We in fact are able to bring in fabric textures. We are able to bring in leather textures. We are able to bring in metal textures. So that's another beauty of tiles that we have. We are able to change the texture of a tile based on the material it is trying to mimic. So if you look at again when we look at regular tiles, they have a glass layer on top. No matter what is the design beneath, they all feel the same. In our case, a stone tile will feel like stone. A wooden tile will feel like wood. A leather tile will feel like leather. I mean, not literally. You won't feel like you are stepping on soft leather, but the texture will be as per the design rather than one texture, one cookie cutting across all the designs. That's the beauty of the material. And this flooring is pretty much what is used in US and Europe nowadays. So no one in Europe and US would pay for that kind of labor cost and for that kind of inconvenience that goes through when you're trying to lay a regular tile. This flooring is very popular in US and Europe, and the same convenience we are trying to bring, and we brought it to Indian consumers.
How do you address the issues of cabling or along the skirting of the rooms or under the floor if the tile is just 4 mm thick?
So either you have to do the charring in underneath the floor, or we are almost there to provide you a special skirting which will carry the cables on the side of the wall, and it will be hidden from your view. Now, so again, like what we have, so you can uninstall and install the flooring. The same skirting you can anytime uninstall and install without the need of a skilled labor. So cabling will be absolutely encased in the skirting itself.
Okay. So you mean to say that the installation does not require any skilled labor? Anybody can do it?
Yes, so it is known as a DIY flooring in US. But Indians, we are very spoiled people, I would say. So IKEA also has a DIY flooring, DIY furniture, but nobody in India is yet ready to install. Particularly because we have labor which is cheaper compared to what we get in countries outside India. But this flooring, if one is ready to dirty their hands and get on the floor for 4 to 6 hours, they will be able to install it themselves.
These products are being manufactured at your new plant in Hyderabad.
Yes, yes.
So how large is this facility that you've set up there?
Plant in Hyderabad is about 100 acres. It manufactures click and lock flooring. This is what we call to a less than a day flooring. We call it click and lock. It manufactures carpet tiles for corporate offices, manufactures custom designed carpets for hotels and banquets, and we also manufacture artificial grass. And apart from, so all these 4 products, we are the first ones to manufacture them in the country. Otherwise, all of this demand was being catered through imports, either from China or from America.
Okay. And you've already launched the product in the market. You have a distribution network in place?
We have about 450 dealers in place. This year, the number will go close to about 1,200. And we have 54 distributors already in place pan-India.
So what's the profile of these dealers? What product categories do they deal in?
So they mostly deal in tiles. So that's the place where customers go in to find flooring. So we don't, like I mentioned, it's all about consumers. It's all about their convenience. So we do not want them to go to somewhere else to look at other flooring types and then somewhere else to look at wells. So it's in the same place where consumers usually go. It's in the same markets, same your neighborhood market, same tile store.
And what kind of formats are there in place to give the customer a good experience?
So we have 3 formats in place. It's the larger format, we call it Plaza. It's anywhere between 300 to 500 square feet, wherein you can see the expansive range of flooring. You'll also be able to see how flooring performs in water. You also will be able to see how flooring performs against an impact resistance. You'll be able to see how it is termite proof, and you'll be able to see how it is scratch proof. You'll be able to see full array of designs, and you'll be able to do a demo yourself, or somebody else will be there to do a demo on how to lay the flooring or how to install the flooring right then. Then we have smaller format portals and portal Cs, which is essentially a concise format, typically a wall of 12 feet by 8 feet, when you still will be able to see all the styles, all the colors. But for the performance point of view, of course, there's a website to help you and take you through that.
Okay. And besides this, have you set up any experience centers owned by the company, which allow other influencers and your key customers to get a feel of the concepts?
So we are going away from a concept of physical experience center. Very soon we will be launching a renewed website, which itself will act as a experience center, wherein we are using all the possible tools of AR, like I already mentioned. So you'll be able to see the flooring in your home environment or in your office environment. We also are planning to bring in virtual showrooms, wherein a salesperson will come to your home, give you a VR headset, and you'll be able to experience our showroom in the comfort of your home, looking at all the designs, all the styles, how those things will look like in your home, go through the entire, how they perform, what are the certifications, everything. Along with it, you will have physical samples to touch and feel as well. So we are trying to get away from things that make us slow and things that customers are not comfortable, particularly during COVID times. Nobody wants to go through the traffic and reach a particular store. By the time you get there, you're already exhausted. And so we'll bring the showroom to people's home.
So you are actually doing away with all the excuses that human beings have for not doing something.
Absolutely.
With respect to flooring.
It's all about the convenience, Deepak. So we are focusing very huge on convenience. A lot of things have been already done. Few things are in pipeline, and we'll have this virtual showroom in 4 cities by end of Diwali. When you don't have to go step out of the room to go to Westman Showroom. Westman Showroom will come to you.
So what kind of investment have you made? What plans have you made? Because these are quite elaborate plans.
Come again.
What investments have been made by the company in this entire project?
We have invested about 1150 crores in the plant already, and there's a team in India. We are about 1,000 people team. Team in India is almost about 250 sales people pan India, working with consumers, working with customers. We also have a team design team in US, design team in Singapore. We have a sales team in US, so we'll be exporting. 50% of our revenue will come in from exports as well. So there's a sales team in US, sales team in UK, Middle East, and Southeast Asia.
So have you set targets already for your revenues, and what achievements have you made?
So we will make a significant dent. We are part of a public listed company, Deepak. We ourselves are not public listed yet, okay. But we will make a significant dent in the market for sure.
So if we were to look at the total flooring market, have you put an estimate to it? What's the size and how much would these non-ceramic categories account for?
So non-ceramic categories as of today, thing is nobody has invested in non-ceramic categories till date. Invested in a serious kind till date. Yes, there are brands who deal in wooden laminates, but again, wooden laminate is almost like somehow Indians haven't had a good taste, because we are different kind of people. We have our own needs compared to what we see in US and Europe. So wooden laminates have earned a bad name. Particularly, there was a lot of import from China, cheap import, and nowadays, or few years back, there was a trend. Every builder used to offer wooden flooring in master bedroom. Now that wooden flooring, turns out it starts showing bubbles after 6 months because you're mopping over it every day. And builders and wooden flooring manufacturers always come across and tell you not to mop every day. There's no need, but you can't ask consumers to change their habit. I would rather change myself or my product to make sure it suits to the habit of the consumer. And what we have is absolutely waterproof. You can, if there is a flooding in your home, I can guarantee nothing will happen to my flooring. All you need to do is uninstall it, get it dried in your balcony or in your terrace, and come back, install it again. Put it back, absolutely.
Drip and dry.
Absolutely. So nothing happens with the flooring, no matter how much time it is dipped in water. And on the top, you absolutely get the same wooden feel that otherwise you would get in wooden floor. So there haven't been serious investments in non-ceramic flooring in the country, and hence the market share hasn't grown beyond 5%. In corporates, yes, carpet tiles and carpets do take the precedent over hard flooring, but in residential segment, there's hardly any penetration. Our sales are already showing, so wherein the market is at 90% new construction, 10% renovation. Our sales, 50% of our sales are coming from renovations already, which is
Okay,
the market that we are targeting to begin with.
I see. But you're also addressing the non-residential segment?
We are addressing non-residential segment, like I mentioned. So carpet tile, again a composite material. It is a stiffness of a tile with a soft feel of a carpet on top, and modularity of a tile. So very unique product, very important for high density offices like IT companies, software companies, banks, and all of that, where you want to have high density for the sake of efficiency, and it allows you to have an acoustic surface on the floor.
Hmm.
Plus, because of modularity, you can change the layout of the office depending on the tenant that you have in your office.
Right.
That's another advantage that you get out of carpet tiles. Again, we are the only manufacturer in India. There's nobody else manufacturing this in India, and the infrastructure, the machines, the manufacturing technology is either superior or at par with all the top 5 players in the world. We are one of the very few manufacturers who are producing carpet tile end to end in one building. Otherwise, most of the world-renowned carpet tile manufacturers buy the yarn from somewhere else and make the carpet tiles. So it's a big investment, big belief in Indian market, and big belief in Indian consumers. Plus, we'll be exporting as well from here a lot. As I mentioned, so very few companies in this particular field, and India, we are the only ones. We also manufacture custom-made carpet, wherein hotels buy custom-made carpets, which are made of wool today. Woolen carpets takes about 8 to 10 weeks to manufacture, because these are, again, like I mentioned, are custom designs. You'll never see a same design into Taj and Hilton or Sheraton for that matter. They all are custom made to the taste of the design, taste of the architecture or interior designing side we have, based on theme that hotel would want. We have been able to work on the product, and we deliver this product in 2 weeks.
Okay.
2 weeks. Plus, the product that we have is not woolen. Again, wool is best left for sweaters and jackets. We don't think we need woolen fiber in our feeds anymore, because there are much more advanced material already available, which, by the way, will to a layman, one wouldn't be able to differentiate in the carpet that we have versus a woolen carpet. Advantages: we have a carpet that stays longer, has much longer life, 3/4 of a price compared to a woolen carpet. Almost no maintenance, or much less maintenance compared to woolen carpet, and it dries quickly. And particularly in COVID environment, this dries quickly has a very huge significance. Top hotel chains in the country today, they keep about 72 hours between a checkout and the next check-in. They do not let anybody in a room between a checkout and a check-in, because of COVID, and they want to
for safety concerns.
For the safety concerns. Before this time used to be 3 hours.
Right.
People used to check out by 12, and the new guests used to come in by 3. Now that has gone from 3 hours to 72 hours. One of the major reason is they shampoo the carpet, and it takes a lot of time for the carpet to get dry. In our case, we will be able to provide carpets that will dry in no time, and you'll be able to have a new guest back in 3 hours.
Oh.
So again, very focused on customers' needs. We try and help them to maximum possible extent, that we help their business, we help their concerns, we help their manpower. On the maintenance side, we don't want to spend a lot of time, lot of energy, lot of infrastructure in order to maintain the product that we sell. Similarly, So coming up with antiviral carpets very soon. We already have antibacterial carpets.
Okay.
We are coming up with antiviral carpets and antiviral wooden and stone flooring as well, wherein guarantee is after virus comes in contact with the flooring, it will not stay there beyond 2 hours. It will be vanished or get killed in 2 hours.
So what are the price points for your, residential, particularly for your residential flooring solutions?
So it will cost you, installed flooring will cost you almost the same as vitrified tile, minus the convenience of 14 days, minus the inconvenience, of 14 days, minus the inconvenience of having workers at the same time as your spouse and kids are in the home, minus the inconvenience of having a dusty environment, minus the inconvenience of not being able to go out of the home because contractors are in your house. So a lot of benefits from an indirect perspective. From a direct perspective, installed flooring cost would be same as your typical vitrified tile cost.
So what kind of a price band are we looking at?
So we are looking at anywhere between 120 to 250.
Okay.
So the vitrified tiles are available. A good vitrified tile is available from 60 rupees and upwards. The thing is, after you buy that tile, you have to take care of the cement, sand, adhesive, and contractors and things like that. The 60 rupees lands in your home somewhere around 200 rupees. And again, if you're staying in Bombay, you have to rip off your old tile and find a place where to dispose that old tile.
Right.
So that's another story. You have to hire actually a vehicle to dump your old flooring somewhere where it is allowed. In our case, all of that is gone. All you need to do is 100 rupees, 120 rupees for a tile, 10 rupees for installation, and you're done.
And no environmental damage as well.
No environmental damage, no inconvenience, no waiting for somebody to finish the job. Company guarantee, company warranty for 5 years. That's another thing. No tile player gives any warranty today. We have a committed, published 5-year warranty for our product, and we install it in less than a day. So that's another guarantee we give. We will install it in less than a day, as long as the installation size is less than 500 square meters, 500 square feet. If at all it is more than 500 square feet, people will come in, go out, and then next day they will come and finish the job.
So from your channel partners' perspective, what kind of investments do they need to make? Do they need to maintain inventory or just invest in the display?
So definitely there's an investment in display, depending on what kind of channel partner it is, whether it's a Plaza channel partner or a Portal channel partner. Inventory, a lot of channel partners are asking for it now because they can see the movement. Now, if you have a flooring that can be laid in a day, it is best made available right away rather than asking customers, भाई साहब आप 10 दिन वेट करिए, लेकिन हम लोग लगा 1 दिन में देंगे. So dealers are actually asking for the stocks of the inventory. So that depends on situation, depends on the city, and depends on the particular demand. But display, yes, we do recommend a display and a demo place wherein we are able to showcase customers how this flooring is installed in a home, how this magic happens in less than a day.
So what investments would the dealer have to make?
Just the space.
Okay. Well, I think Mukesh, at Welspun Flooring, you seem to have rewritten the rule book of this business, not only of the flooring business, but of the retail business, of the customer experience business, and what have you. I think this is really wonderful, and I'm sure with such a out of the box approach to your business and everyone concerned with the business, all the stakeholders, I'm sure you are going to achieve great success in your charge as the leader of a startup. I would call it a startup. It's just a few years old and you designed it from scratch. So yes, all the best to you and all the best to your company and the management. We at the fag end, we seem to be having some questions. Company sales representative will be provided or not. The one dealer is asking if company sales representative would be available to support the dealer.
So we definitely have a very elaborate training program. We not only train the dealer, we also train people who work in the dealer at the dealer's place. On top of it, there will be a sales representative.
I think there's a network issue. Let's see if it gets sorted out. But this is indeed a very unique business proposition for the home improvement people involved in the home improvement sector. I think everyone, including the designers and the retailers and the installers, everyone would be quite excited about this. Yes, good to have you back, Mukesh. Please unmute yourself. So you were saying, what kind of training or support is provided by the company?
So we provide all sorts of training in terms of not only what the product is, details of the product, but how to sell the product. Not only from a functional point of view, but from a behavior point of view as well. So there are particular traits that our team has identified in order to make sure one is able to close the deal as soon as possible. We'll also train all the dealers on how to use the software that are available on the website and how to get customers encouraged to use those softwares. We'll also train dealers on how to install the flooring. So if time comes, they can install the flooring themselves if required. And we also encourage all the dealers to come and visit the factory. So they essentially develop that passion, which is sometimes required in order to make a sale in front of the customer.
Seeing is believing, as they say.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So would you like to give some contact, an email ID or a phone number where people can reach out if they want to do business with you?
So it's care@welspun.com, welspunflooring.com.
Could you repeat that?
care@welspunflooring.com.
Okay. Well, thanks, Mukesh. With this, we come to the end of Conversations with Deepak. Today, we've been in conversation with Mukesh Savlani, the CEO of Welspun Flooring, who's told us how the company is redesigning, redefining the flooring business. I hope you all enjoyed this conversation. And for those who could not attend this, the recording would be available very shortly on our website, sourcinghardware.net, where you can go ahead and listen to the whole recording and all the interesting things that Mukesh has told us today. With this, I thank you, Mukesh. Wish you a good day and all the best in the future.
Thank you, Deepak. Thank you, everyone.